Good morning everybody. Today we are going to discuss about the demat trading and all other related accounts and their working procedure. So firstly I would like to say you that few banking organizations are offering 3-in-1 account, means if you want to open a savings account, they will open the demat and trading account along with. And I would like to say to prefer the banking institution for demat and trading or share trading purpose or any other financial instrument buying and selling will be preferable in banking organization, because you will get all the service under the one roof. All the service I will be discussing today you will get under the one roof. So first thing that we will discuss, that the transfer of funds. If you have a savings current account in a certain bank and along with the trading and demat account, you can easily transfer the fund little earlier than other banks transfer to broking account. And now when you are opening an account, you will have to give a joining amount by a check to open a savings account along with demat and trading. Now when you have given the fund, that will be used for your buying and selling of shares. Now you have fund in your trading account, and that fund will be utilized for buying and selling purpose. As soon as you have bought the shares on 10th of any month, then T+1 will be 11th, for example, the next day of trading, and T+2 is the second day of trading, means your bought shares will transfer to your demat account on the second day of your trading. And here I would like to include that when you are buying shares and when it is getting transferred to your demat account, it won't be charged. But when you are selling shares, means when shares going out of your demat account, the demat account offload charges is levied. Now tell me little bit about the brokerage firms. There are few leading brokerage firms, namely SBI Securities, IDBI Securities, Kotak, HDFC, ICICI Securities. They all have the banking part along with other all assistants. So when you start broking, according to the fund you have given to the trading account, or you have the holding of shares, accordingly the broker will give you a leverage amount to trade for the intraday. You may square up the position with the leverage part, or you may carry forward. When you are carrying forward the leverage trading, you have to pay the overdraft part, means the amount outstanding with your brokerage, that is called margin money. Standard rate of intraday and delivery trading is 2 paisa and 20 paisa, which comes to around 45 paisa, including taxes and other charges. Now future and option. This is a trading part which has a certain expiry date, and the charges are different for this kind of trading. And in case of future and option, margin money asked by the exchange you will have to pay to trade, and when price goes up or goes down, there is a margin call part that will have to hand over or pay after a certain period. Margin money is a certain percentage of total contract value of the F&O expiry instrument. Now coming to the lien and unlien part. Only delivery buying of shares according to the approved list of the banking and other NBFCs, they will evaluate and haircut and thereafter decide the amount will release as a overdraft in your account. Then you can use the fund along with paying interest as you have taken loan. How will you lien and unlien? Lien and unlien of securities and all other financial instruments are made with online and offline both by filling up certain forms. You have to filling up the forms and deposit to the custodian, and they will decide how much fund they will release against of that. By appointing a broker, you are giving broker a power of attorney for trading on your behalf in all the exchange, maybe in NSE, BSE, MCX, NCDX, wherever it is. So here I would like to include that all the broking firms don't have the affiliation with MCX and NCDX, because that is another part of commodity exchange. And online account and offline account. Online account is when you are trading or when you are dealing with a trading terminal or through a mobile phone app on your own. But when you are calling your broker and asking him to buy or sell some certain shares, that is called offline shares. And by phone calls, when you are trading the shares, all the brokers have the recording of voice for both the part, for both the side, from customer and from the broker, because of the safety for both the sides, to avoid and arguments about the unauthorized trade and all. So you have to be very careful. Sometimes we found that some poor brokerage firms who do not have the good name in the market, they used to do this unauthorized trading because to maximize their volume and all. So be little bit careful. And finally I am coming to trade confirmation. Trade confirmation and back office securities, contract note, now all these are sent by the email to your registered mail ID, and also by the SMS by the broker, exchange, both. And they also send the trading value, margin status and holding value, both are now sending the SMS and email. Means exchange is sending you the mail regarding your trade, and broker is also sending you the mail and SMS regarding your trade. Now there are certain charges which is called AMC, annual maintenance charges of your demat account. If you trade or not, you will have to pay. If it is not, comes under the BSDA. BSDA means basic demat account. Basic demat account is a person having only a single account, single demat account within the security value of 50,000, not beyond 50,000. That is considered as a basic demat account. It is not charged as much as you pay as AMC, but BSDA having a very nominal charges to pay. These all are about today regarding your trading, banking systems and all. Hope you have enjoyed, and if you like my videos, if it is useful, please share it, like it and subscribe my channel to encourage make more videos and make it useful for you. Thank you very much.